All right, guys, we are live. Can you just in the chat tell us if you can hear us? We're gonna start answering some questions that actually people commented on our post. So comment if you guys can. Oh yeah, you guys can hear us. Okay. So the first, let's go look at some more questions here. Let's see.
You're not.
Oh yeah, this one. Olivia, will you and Steven be doing true crime still or travel together? I would say
4 fireflies.
yes. 4 fireflies, quadruple zero. Um, we kind of talked about this in the News Nation interview. Um, I will still be doing true crime. I always will be. Only thing is probably traveling will be a lot harder to do, especially since we want to start a family together. So if it's close and nearby and like driving distance, it'd be really nice to help some families. But I'll always be bringing light to cases from home. I'm sure we'll do one maybe together. We'll have to see.
Melissa Jane, you said in your video, Falling in Love, that you have traveled the world together. What's your favorite place so far? Cozumel.
Cozumel. We really like Cozumel. The people were so nice there. The food was good.
Cozumel is great. I love
like it there.
Hispanic culture. I love the people. I mean, obviously Mexico's beautiful, but this is an island even in Mexico. You know, something cool about an island. It's a great spot. And then she also asks, how quickly did Steven manage to get you into fishing?
Fairly quickly.
I think you were already like interested in like outdoor stuff, so you were definitely very open minded about it. And it's just a way to pass the time, really, while you're just having casual conversation. So it's a way to like walk and chew bubble gum, as they say, right?
I love looking at the different type of fish. I think trout are absolutely beautiful. I love the speckles on them and like taking pictures of them. We do catch and release, so we do release them back.
Yeah, we're always catch and release. Yeah. I'm the fisherman who doesn't like the taste of fish somehow. Got a bad hand, but it is what it is. And then she also asked, is there anything about your journey together so far you do differently or any advice you give your past selves? Well, of course.
Do differently. What would we do differently with our journey?
Communication.
Yes. I mean, that's like a pretty universal thing too. Mm-hmm. Communication is really important for sure. For our past selves, yeah, I would tell them that too. Was the chemistry between you there from the start, or did that come after? Definitely from the start, I would say.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did first meet at lunch with your dad, and like we didn't talk until months later.
A year later.
Yeah, but when we actually like talked with each other, the chemistry was there for sure.
There's definitely something. Like, you know, when you meet someone, if this could be a person you're even willing to want to get to know. That was there. That was definitely there.
Yes, indeed.
And then, were your family surprised that you ended up together? I mean, probably.
I feel like everyone is surprised.
I feel like
the whole world really is surprised. Yeah, we are too. I mean, the how we met and the story and everything. Yeah. Biggest thing that we have in common and something that you don't have in common.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's the obvious one of what we don't have in common. Olivia wants to be doing something all the time.
Oh, come on.
Every second of every day. Oh my Lord. And I could just chill at home. I could go fishing every day. I like the relaxed stuff. We just got back from Seattle. Yeah, it was fun. So was fishing.
At the same time, we do like being at home and just watching movies. We watched David Attenborough. If you guys know who that is, he's a narrator for a lot of nature films. I'm obsessed with it.
How bad is the sound quality though? It's probably not great. If it's bad, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Maybe there's like some voice isolation thing you can turn on. Like
No.
remember
Oh,
in your
someone
settings?
says I love the sound of bugs out there.
That's
so
what I
people
was
can
reading.
hear the. That's kind of cute.
Crickets. They're so loud out here. They're huge in Idaho. They're like 2 inches long.
Yeah, there's actually one in our bathroom, in our tub.
Oh,
I have to remove. I was waiting to tell you so that you could do it. I'm reading the comments here too. Show on stage. Oh, cute. I can show comments on here. I feel like
You
Chris.
look like an old couple, like figuring out how this Facebook thing works. My book, whatever they call it.
MySpace.
My book. They mix up the
My
two.
book. Okay, so biggest thing in common.
We have a lot of just like your common beliefs, religion. I won't say politics because everybody disagrees on the ins and outs of how that should go, but we agree on a lot of the household, how that is divvied up, the responsibilities, things like that. I mean, we really have that in common.
We have traditional values.
Mm-hmm.
We do. We're old school. Um, I grew up with an older father. He had me when he was elderly in his life. I also I feel like with your family and I don't know. I just kind of see your family as not kind of old school, but in a way, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the values are there, but the way they go about it is definitely different.
For sure.
Like my dad's a lot more loving than I would tend to think that most men back in the day were. Uh, that's probably obvious to most of you people. So it wasn't like hard or anything growing up. He wasn't like busting our balls or anything. He was my football coach, my baseball coach every year until I got in high school. Like that guy's really always had my back. But yeah, definitely traditional ideas. The roles in the home. Everybody plays a role in the home. We agree on all that. Raising children, we agree on how to go about that. Having children, obviously.
Having a lot of children. I have a funny story about this. So, on our second, I wouldn't really call it a date because when we were filming it for the NBC film, it was 2 days. And so the second night was January 13th, which I consider the beginning of everything. We hit it off. We were in Coeur d'Alene. We going to different bars and restaurants. Ended up being 3:30 in the morning that we were hanging out. But we talked about kids. And I think you asked me like, oh, like how many like would you ever be interested in having if you even want to have kids. And I wanted to play it really cool because I didn't want to scare him off with the 10 kids. So I just played it real cool. And I just said, maybe three at most, four, something along that. And then he hits me with the like 8+ or something big number. And I was like in my head, like, ooh, I need to like match him with that because I technically want even more than what the number he just put out. And I was like, I think I kind of want to have like 10 or something like that. And then you were like, oh, really? I think you were surprised. And so that's kind of how we found out that we wanted to have a lot of kids. But I was trying to play it cool. Didn't want to scare him off.
There's the next question from Cindy Lou 4581. When's the wedding? The plan's July 4th. We like the idea that everybody celebrates our wedding. That's how we look at it. It's also kind of nice because any real job you get that day off too. I work full time, so it's nice to know that I'll always have our anniversary off. It's in the middle of the summer. The summers up here are beautiful. It was 100 degrees today in Idaho.
Oh yeah.
It's supposed to be 100 again tomorrow. So and then all the flowers bloom in July. Everything's beautiful. It just seems like a good time.
It's a great day. And I remember the first time you mentioned it, you were like, July 4th. And at first I was like, really? Like, that's a holiday. But it actually is perfect.
Right.
It's such a great day. I love it.
And then Tippy Toes 92. Question for Steven. What were you building and when can we see it?
So,
Okay, so how that story goes is I just sent her the video. I didn't actually post it on the YouTube. I'm not hip with all this YouTube stuff. I barely know how it works. Um, so I just sent her the video. What I was making, if you've seen the shorts and whatnot, is you'll see the projector screen that's mounted into the ceiling. The ceiling's just drywall. It wouldn't be able to support it. So I had to make some studs into the drywall. And that's what I used that little 2x4 to go up there into the crawl space, into the attic, and drill it into real studs. So building loose term, I wasn't really building anything per se. I was more just fortifying the wall to make sure that the projector screen doesn't collapse on us.
you did a good job. That's a nice setup. It's so pretty. I love it.
That's what that was for. Do you want to move to the questions you sent me over text?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm trying to see if there's there are other questions actually in
Yeah,
here
let's go to
too.
let's switch
It's
up to
easier to read them on your phone actually.
okay.
Sorry guys, we're like old people over here.
What did you do? That doesn't want access to
There,
my
there, there,
photos.
there, there. There was a glitch. Live. Boom. There.
Okay, I can't join live because we're on live, so I'll have to switch my.
Oh yeah. Let me see here. Um,
Don't panic.
don't panic, guys. I'm trying to read some of the comments here. A lot of people actually got married on July 4th.
Really?
Interesting.
That is kind of surprising.
I like this question. How are you liking North Idaho, Olivia? Okay, so I'm a tough cookie here because my I love the Blue Ridge Mountains. So the past 3 years, that's where I've been living in North Carolina. Beautiful, but it's a different type of mountains. Mountains in Idaho are like real mountains, like rugged. That's how I would describe it. And it's beautiful here. It's just I like it. I just have to get more used to it. It's the winters that are so cold. I'm not used to that snow,
She
but
hasn't even been here for a winter. She doesn't know. Um, I've had to sell her. I have to sell her on it every day. But I think deep down, Idaho is.
it's pretty cool. I like it.
There's Spokane Airport right there. There's Montana right
I
there.
will say.
You have everything you could possibly need. We have every grocery store, every Costco, Winco, Walmart, Sam's Club, all that stuff. Uh, you really don't have to travel far if you want anything, or even if you want to go anywhere. The airport's 45 minutes west,
Yeah.
all on the interstate. It's one turn away, really. And a bit of a
Everything
drive.
is so close. Like there's everything here. Silver.
Huge, massive lakes. There's a theme park, outdoor water park that direction, indoor water park that direction. We really have a lot. Snowboarding. We have 3 ski resorts up here. Uh, there's all kinds of stuff. Lookout, Silver Mountain, Schweitzer Mountain. If you're really looking for anything to do, you don't have to go far to find it here. I've always loved that about Idaho.
We were also we were in Seattle this weekend and we were looking at like Zillow and like house prices and stuff, and the prices in North Idaho compared to what some of the places we've seen as in Washington State are better. I mean it's expensive, but it's
In the politics
yeah.
of Washington, it's not a good trajectory right now. Spokane's rough. Seattle's rough. They're 2 biggest towns. You go to Boise, you don't see anything like that.
Yeah. The homelessness is really bad.
And not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that the kind of person that environment attracts is not really who I want to raise my kids around. And that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. Let me try
I got all of the chat pulled up here.
Oh yeah, thank you, baby.
Oh,
there's so many people.
Do y'all have a big date set in stone yet? We kind of discussed on that. Thank you, Jennifer Jane. Um, what concerts have you both gone to together?
About Bright Eyes.
We just went this weekend. That's where we were going to over in Seattle. It was I call it
Bumper.
bumble shoot, bumper shoot, whatever.
So, Steven loves this band called Bright Eyes, and Steven's dad, Steve, introduced them to you when you were 5 years old, I believe, 5 or 6.
Even younger, yeah.
Even younger. And before you were born, were listening to Bright Eyes. And I never even knew about this band until Steven showed me their music. I surprised him for Valentine's Day with a vinyl. The album is called Digital Ash in a Digital Urn. And there's a song on there called Easy, Lucky, Free. Look it up, guys, after this live. Beautiful song. We listen to this song religiously at least once or twice a day. It is our song.
That whole album's really good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Gold Mine Gutted. It's a gem, and no one knows about it. It's got something like 2 million streams on Spotify. It's really a sleeper. It's a great song, great album, great artist. We got to meet. We got to meet
Connor, the main artist, and it was really cool. But it was a surprise that I had to do. It took me like a month to like work it out and make some phone calls, but we were able to get Steven to meet Connor, which was something I really wanted him to experience.
And that was Bella Italian. Thank you, Bella.
Thank you, Bella.
Michelle Roberts asked, what does Steven do for a living? Congratulations. Well, thank you, Michelle. I work at a tax firm, a local tax firm here in town. I'm one of the good guys. I work in resolution. I help people get out of their tax debt. I'm not the guy calling to collect. I could never work for the IRS or any entity in that matter. I try to help people get out of the trouble that they find themselves in. KCL says, I feel like Christy is so thrilled you guys met and fell in love, and that makes me so happy for her and your families. I think my whole family is pretty happy. I was pretty closed off to the idea of I'd always wanted a family. I knew I wanted that much, but the selection pool up here in North Idaho is not great, as I'm sure a lot of people would imagine. And I just been done pretty wrong in past relationships. So I was kind of just indifferent to the idea of going out and looking for anything like that. When Olivia kind of threw those plans out the window, I had actually planned on moving to Alaska sometime after. I was going to save up 75, 100 grand, move up to Alaska, get some land, and just see how long I made it out there. Sounds dramatic, but that was the plan before you came along.
I would have found you, grabbed you out of that cabin, drove you back down to Idaho. I want to also highlight the comments on here too.
Oh, that's a good idea. I don't think we can do that here though. So you'd have to find them.
Yeah, I'll find on here. Sorry guys, we're trying to figure this out here. Bear with us, please. You just took out the next one.
Do either of you know large families? That's Roxy Cole. I come from a large family. I mean, by today's standards, probably 5 kids. I had 4 sisters, 1 older, 3 younger. Mom and dad still together. Grown up, 7 people in the house. My grandma lived with us for a large portion. That's 8. All my sisters, well, not all. A lot of my sisters have children of their own. They're always in and out. The extended family nowadays is just starting from my mom and my dad. It's probably something up like 15 people nowadays. So when you have a big generation like that, you know how it just continues to grow. Olivia has 4 kids now. Oh man, that sounds bad. Losing track, but I think she has 4. Autumn has 1. Yeah, we're working on it. So
I don't have I'm an only child. I don't have any siblings, so I don't come from a big family.
Rana V got married on the beach in Cozumel. That's awesome.
That's really cool. That's kind of like what I was thinking for our honeymoon. Should go to Cozumel.
She wanted me to propose on the cruise.
No, I'm not that crazy.
I could find the text.
Yeah. We answered how am I liking Idaho? I like it.
Bella Italian says sounds like an engineer. I actually did graduate from the university. I have my degree in computer science, which is considered an engineering degree for some reason. Don't ask me, never made sense to me, but it's the College of Engineering through the University of Idaho is where I went. I technically haven't graduated yet, just because this all happened with Kaylee right before I graduated, the semester before, and then it just didn't feel right with everything that the university did and the way that it was moving. I didn't want my degree through them anymore. So I've been looking for spots to transfer, take a class. I'm or 3 credits short of a math degree or a math minor. So I was thinking about transferring somewhere, taking that math class, and then graduating with a bachelor's in computer science and a minor in mathematics. But yeah, engineering is about right.
Steven is so good with numbers. It's amazing because I am not. And like with taxes, he's so good at it. I'm terrible with taxes, and he's helping me with my taxes. It is a godsend.
Annabella Texera says, I feel that food preferences are great to share together. What are your faves?
So right now we're doing a keto diet actually.
That's right.
We're doing a low carb, high protein. And I am learning to so I can cook, but being single most of my life, like I just didn't really cook too much. I kind of pick throughout the day, snack throughout the day, kind of a Mediterranean diet. I like to eat a lot of crackers and cheese and olives and meats and stuff like that. But now with Steven, I actually like when he comes for his lunch break, I always have lunch ready for him. Um, Dinner, we usually plan ahead and I cook something. We eat a lot at his parents' house. So like today,
It's actually where we're at right now.
Christy had a really great salad with shrimp today. It was delicious. But we're doing keto, but we like to eat. I mean, we're not picky. Steven's not really picky.
I got her into spicy food.
Oh yeah.
Guys, she was eating unsalted crackers when I met her. I saved her, okay, from tasteless food for the rest of her life. And now we go out to a restaurant and she talks about how it doesn't have enough salt or pepper on it. I take it,
yes.
season it up a little bit, and now food tastes so much.
I was the unseasoned one.
Unsalted crackers. That was the only thing she had in her house.
Those.
I went and visited her in North Carolina. Uh, I don't know what I was doing, snooping, something. I opened the fridge, nothing, literally nothing, guys. Like not even like a ketchup bottle. Nothing. There was nothing in the fridge. It was completely empty. Not even the little baking soda thing.
Empty.
Yes, it was. It was completely empty. Didn't even have like the dehumidifying baking soda in it. It was that empty. Look in the pantry. The only thing in there is some jam or peanut butter and unsalted crackers. And I was like, I'm gonna save this woman from this lifestyle that she's going down.
Okay, okay. This is a little bit of a backstory on the empty refrigerator. It's not empty.
It was empty.
But so my mom is from Cuba, and there's no air conditioning in most places. So like food is very rarely in a refrigerator in Cuba. So my mom grew up not our fridge was never always full in stock because we just kind of like eat everything. I can't explain it. Maybe some of you will understand this.
No one understands me. I'm just kidding.
So funny. Okay. Next question. But yes, we are doing keto. If you guys have any keto recipes, you can email them to me and I will look at them.
Annabella Teixeira asks again, Steve, what winter sport would you like to share with Olivia? We're snowboarders. Uh, the only person in my family I've ever known to ski was my grandpa. And he was also an engineer, but he worked in the unions. Growing up, he moved out when he was 13, lived on his own ever since then. Had an abusive father situation, so he got out of there, stepfather, that is. Uh, and he just started working. He joined the military at the age of 15. He lied about his age. So he ran himself into the dirt pretty much. He worked himself a little hard. Had to retire at like 56, and his back wasn't too good by the time we were doing all the outdoor activities. But he was a skier. The rest of us always were snowboarders. My parents, my uncle, my aunt, all my cousins, and my sisters. So We'll and we go to Silver Mountain. If anybody's from around here, comment below what mountain you go to, Schweitzer, Lookout, or Silver. I feel like I'm one of the rare people who still go to Silver. Everybody seems to go to Lookout or Schweitzer nowadays.
I have never snowboarded, and I have never skied, and I am terrified.
You'll fall a lot, and so will I. I haven't gone in like a decade.
That'll be fun. I can't wait.
But yeah, winter sports are great, especially when you're all bundled up. And if you've ever been to Silver Mountain, the gondola ride all the way up is pretty cool. It's hard to
I'm looking
get
forward to
cooler
that.
than that.
Maybe the winter won't be so bad, and we'll make the most of it. I'm a Florida girl, guys. I have to ease into this coldness.
Oh my gosh, don't forget Silverwood with all those kids you have. Thanks for reminding me, Linda Harris. I'll take out a HELOC at that time so I can afford it. We moved to here North Idaho Crime Scout. We moved to Rathdrum from Bainbridge Island last year.
Wait,
Way
what?
better for the kiddos, and houses are more affordable. You can have a nice big house for all those babies.
No way. I'm from Bainbridge Island, born and raised.
We were just
went
back there.
went to Bainbridge High School. We were in Bainbridge yesterday, actually visiting some friends of mine. That's such a small. We're in Rathdrum.
We're also
right
in
now.
Rathdrum right now. How cool.
What a small world.
Who's that? North Idaho Crime
I'm
Scout.
trying to find her. Oh, here it is. Here's her comment. Wow. That's so. I wonder. So, why did you move to Rathdrum of all places? Like, why did you leave Bainbridge? So, I'm so curious.
I'm sure it's a lot of similar things that we've talked about. And
Yeah.
not everybody can just put that out there.
I also saw there was someone in the chat from Anna Maria Island, which is another place that I spent many years at.
For Fireflies asked the title again. The album is Digital Ash in a Digital Urn. The song is easy/lucky/free. If that's what you're referring
to. And I will, after this live is done, I will pin the comment and I'll have the title of it for you guys to listen to.
Gabriella Ortiz asks, how old are you guys? I'm 25. She's 42.
You always say that.
How old are you? 50 something?
I am 27.
She's 27. But she's barely got me a shot. I turned 26.
In like less than 3 weeks. Wait, yeah.
In October, early October.
So we're a year apart, a year and some months apart.
The real Me Too says, hey, Olivia, it's Karen.
Hi, Karen. So nice to see you in here.
D-Rod says, I always wanted a big family, but it didn't work out. You know what, D-Rod? You should tell the story about your dad and your mom, how they met. Because I've thought about that for people before, too. I almost thought I was too late for the game. But your mom and your dad was, what, 62 when they met?
I have a crazy story. I never actually publicly talked about this just because people are mean and like they say
you don't have
things.
to. I didn't mean to.
Oh no, it's fine. I actually want to.
I thought it was a beautiful story. I always have.
So my mom and dad had a huge age difference. Mm-hmm. My dad was 62 when he had me, and my mom was 27, 28, and they met in Cuba, fell in love within a few days. It was quick. And this was in the 90s, like mid 90s, when, you know, relations with Cuba have never been great with America. And at the time, the only way Americans could get into Cuba was if you were going for educational purposes. He went with a group of Americans, like a journalist group or something. My dad was on a radio show, something like NPR in Seattle. And so he did some radio segments in Cuba. Anyways, met my mom on a party. It was this boat, like a historical boat in a harbor or something in Havana. My mom was really sick that day, and her friend was begging her to go. She was like, please come with me. And my mom was like, I don't feel well. And her friend begged her to go, and she was like, fine. So she goes to this party with her friend. My dad asks her to dance, and that was history. He started sending her letters. Back in the day, you could send a letter where you record your voice. And I have to find it somewhere in my storage. But he couldn't get back into Cuba. And the only way to get her out was getting a lawyer. So he found a lawyer in Seattle. And the lawyer was like, I've never done something like this before. But he They pulled it off, and they got my mom out through Mexico, and then she went from Mexico straight to Bainbridge Island, Washington. Guys, the difference between
The culture.
Cuba
Hmm.
to Bainbridge Island, and it was a beautiful waterfront house. You can actually see the house on the ferry boat. It's the A-frame house in Eagle Harbor. That's where I was born, in that house. But what a crazy story. They were together for 28 years, and then my dad passed away. He got sick, but um that's the story of my mom and dad. Pretty crazy.
KCL, do you like country music? I'll bet Steven does. I like
I like it more than you.
I have a playlist of maybe like 70 songs or so. Uh I don't like all the mainstream artists are really bad to me. Like
Morgan, what, you don't
what's his
like
name?
Morgan Wallen?
The dude who married Gwen Stefani. What's his name? He hosts like The Voice nowadays. Blake Shelton? Is that his name? He's corny. I don't like that guy. Nothing
We like
against him,
Tyler
but
Childers.
yeah. Uh
I love Zach Bryan. You don't like Zach Bryan.
I'm not a fan of Zach Bryan. He's
I love Zach Bryan.
Yeah, the thing with country is like there's a fine line between like a really great country song and like a really corny country song. It's like
For
really
sure.
close. I guess you could say that about almost any genre of music, but more so with country for me. But there's definitely still a good amount of the music that I like.
Whiskey Myers.
Whiskey Myers,
Our favorite country song is Broken Mirror Serenade, right?
Broken
Yeah.
Windows.
Broken Window Serenade. So good.
Let's see what we got. Texas has great schools, Steven. Something to consider. Jennifer Jane. You know, I thought about it. I did think about Texas. The only thing
Yeah,
is
when we
I've
first
been a
met,
couple
you wanted to
times.
go there.
Yeah, in Texas, you know, if you grew up really anywhere other than the most beautiful place on earth, being North Idaho, then that might be an easier move. But I went and spent 2 weeks down there. My buddy flew me out, and I loved really everything about it other than the landscape, and that's tough
It's a
for
bit
me
flat.
as an outdoorsman. I like seeing the mountains, knowing there's nothing I can do to them, uh, but something about it. I've always loved it. Green grass, rolling hills, um, something
Aubrey's
that
there
just Texas
now.
can't really offer. Yeah, I don't want to give too much detail on Aubrey, but yeah,
Yeah.
she just recently went to university out there. She's loving.
Yeah. Yeah, Texas. I've been to I covered the Texas floods a couple 2 months ago now, and Texas Hill Country is beautiful. I like that part of Texas, but still, coming from areas that have a lot of mountains, it is a bit strange to see flat and no mountains. So
Hollywood J asked, "What's Olivia's ethnicity?"
I am half Italian and I am half Cuban. My dad was full blood Italian, didn't speak a word of it, but my mom is Cuban. So that's that.
Gabriella Ortiz asked, "Olivia, what sparked your interest in true crime?"
Oh man, that could be a whole entire video. Long story short, I my dad was a journalist when he was younger. Um my father actually, he had a first marriage and he lost his son to murder. My half brother was murdered when he was 28 in Santa Cruz. Um, and so he was missing for 3 weeks, and my dad was looking for him, and a hiker found him. His body was like thrown off a cliff or something, and they were able to identify him just through his thumb, because he had been decomposed at that point. But my dad experienced losing a child, and that was something that always kind of haunted me, because at a young age I knew about it, but he never really went into detail, which is something I actually really regret. Is before he died, I wish I'd asked him more about this. Like, what was it like to like go through that and everything. So that's something that's always haunted me. So maybe that subconsciously is another reason why I've been intrigued with true crime, because I have a homicide and a half brother, half my blood. I never met him because I was born after his death, but it's something that maybe has a part to do with it. But I mean, it started with the Gabby Petito case. I never woke up one day and was like, I'm going to do true crime. It just kind of happened organically. It was very random. I was living near Brian Laundrie's parents' house. I was like 40 minutes away on Anna Maria Island. They were in Northport, Florida. I drove down there with my mom to see what was going on. I started documenting it, as you guys know, on TikTok. Things got crazy. One thing led to another. And here I am 4.5, 5 years later, still doing it. But I never was like, I'm going to do true crime. It just happened, and it was the Gabby Petito case. I can't really explain it. I don't know how you would really explain that. But that's the short story there.
Sunny Days asks, "How's your little Chihuahua doing with the new changes?"
Oh,
That little
gosh.
Chihuahua just tried to bite my face off last night.
Remington. He is bipolar. Remy.
Yeah, he's I gotta fix him up a little bit.
He's
Behavioral
misbehaved
issues.
because he loves me dearly. As you guys know, Chihuahuas pick one person and it's a wrap. So,
I wasn't that person, as you may know. Annabella Teixeira asks, Steve, I think I read that your dad's family is Portuguese. If that's true, do you like Portuguese food? I love how down to earth you both are. Well, thank you, Annabella.
thank you.
And that's right, yeah. Goncalves, being Portuguese, uh, I guess my whole family, other than my mom's side, she's German, Cherokee, and a long list of other things. Primarily German, though. But yeah, we're Portuguese. I don't know. Portuguese food is kind of hard to find. I guess they kind of lump it
Yeah.
into just uh, Latino, Hispanic food.
Mhm.
I don't know, to be honest. I guess ceviche is
So good.
considered Portuguese, and yeah, in that way, absolutely, it's probably why the keto diet tends to work better for me. Long trips on the boats back in the days of Portuguese men fishing. Not a lot of bread, not a lot of perishables, so to speak.
I'll learn to make ceviche for us. That sounds great.
But yeah, that's right. We are Portuguese. KCL has been to Silver Mountain before.
Yeah.
Olivia does speak Spanish. Hollywood Aja asked. She plays it down a lot. Uh, but we went down to Mexico, and anybody who doesn't speak Spanish, they just talk so fast. Like I can read Spanish, but when they speak it, it just comes off so fast. I can't understand it at all. So she really downplays how much Spanish she can speak. But yeah, most definitely.
Uh yeah, I need to practice. I need to practice more, but I do speak it.
Gabriella or Gabriel and Lily's Candles. Hi from California. Hello from North Idaho. Three Wise Monkey says, "Don't worry, I'm 5 years older than my hubby."
Oh my gosh. Favorite shows or movies? David Attenborough. I don't think you like him though.
He's okay. It gets a little old.
I like the David Attenborough narration.
Oh, North Idaho Crime Gal answered the question you asked. We moved to Idaho because we changed locations for our jobs. Idaho is more Leo friendly, and Rathdrum is a perfect small town. Dude, we lived in Eagle Harbor area. What a trip.
What? Which house? Because I would know.
Okay, don't dox yourself.
I know. That's wild. We probably know the same people, honestly. It's a small island.
Barbara de la Uz. My parents are Cuban and migrated to Ann Arbor, Michigan in 1962.
I love that.
Luke Bryan is a hoot. Just kidding.
Tyler
Like what you like, whatever you like.
I love Tyler Childers music. Interesting. Let's see.
Olivia is a model. She is extremely pretty. She's beautiful.
Thank you, baby. You're so handsome. Kissy. Let's see here. Jennifer Jane, Texas is a little flat. LO living in Utah, and I can fully appreciate the beauty of the mountains and scenery. Mm-hmm. Hey, Karen.
Good night, North Idaho. Crime gal. Portuguese.
Hey, okay, so Bella Italian, you live in Anna Maria Island. So the house that my mom and I sold before moving to North Carolina was in Holmes Beach. What part of the island do you live on? North End or South End or Holmes Beach? We also had a house on the North End years ago that my parents built in Anna Maria City.
KCL asked if I've gone down the Black Diamond. I haven't. I haven't been in so long. I wasn't scared. I just was too young. And then lift tickets got so expensive. By the time I was like 14, 15, my parents were at that stage where I had to pay for myself if I wanted to go. And spending I don't know, a whole hour of my time in terms of wages just to get there, another hour to get back, and then like 5 hours. It was like almost wasting a full day of work just to go up on the mountain. And I haven't been in probably over a decade at this point. So I'm a bit of a phony snowboarder. Probably don't really know how to anymore. But it's one of those things. It's like riding a bike. You can pick it back
Yeah,
up.
we'll practice together.
Loving the Laundry took her kids to Silver Mountain to swim last week. That's the indoor water park I was telling you about.
Well, how'd you go?
I have so many memories as a child up there. What part of Mexico did you go? We went to Cozumel. We went to Roatan, Honduras, Cozumel, and Belize. Belize City, Belize.
Yeah.
The capital of Belize.
We like Cozumel the best, though. There's a lot of local people in the chat from Washington, Idaho, Utah.
Jan's husband came from 14 siblings.
Wow.
And she came from 11. Holy moly. That's
Wow.
awesome. That's awesome. You'd love to see that.
That's amazing.
And they were married on July 4th.
What?
That's crazy.
That's so cute. Love that.
No, we actually didn't go snorkeling, Lynn. Not in Belize, at least. We did in Cozumel. In Belize, we we went to a resort and maybe had a little too much to drink. And then had to recover before the next day. We didn't do too much other than that.
Well, it's because the shots were $3.
Yeah, there's no justifying it.
We did go swimming with goggles.
Snorkeling.
And that was so beautiful. I remember you said I looked like a mermaid.
You had all the fish around you. If only we had an underwater camera.
Yeah.
We have Love and Laundry has 9 kids. Wow. Congrats. Congratulations. Someone's going to take care of you when you get old.
Bella, close to Anna Maria City Pier. Awesome. Rest in peace, the pier on the north end, rod and reel. But I want to take Steven to Anna Maria Island. I spent probably 15 years of my life there and then 10 years of my life in Bainbridge Island. But I think I have more of a connection with Anna Maria Island.
I think he's from Moab, Utah. You love Moab.
I went to Moab. This was when, do you guys remember during Gabby Petito? Obviously the interaction that she had with Brian, the altercation happened there where the police pulled them over and everything. She was crying. That was Moab. So I went to Moab and went to that exact spot where it happened. And then I covered a case of this couple that were shot at their camp, and people thought Brian Laundrie killed them. This was Crystal and Kylan Schulte. They their cousin reached out to me, and I with some friends of mine, we helped and tried to see if we could find the person. What's so crazy is we went to the McDonald's where one of the girls was working at, and we interviewed people at the McDonald's, and one of them gave us a tip. They were like, there's this creepy guy that was working with Crystal. You gotta look into him. So we got the name of the guy. His name was like something Andrew. I can't even remember his name. It was crazy. And we gave it to a PI, and the PI gave it to the police or whatever. And it ended up being that guy that killed them. And so it was so sad because they were like newly married. They're just at their campsite, and this guy just comes and just shoots them for no reason. And gosh, I will, if Diane Brooks is watching this, Diane is their cousin. She's a very nice woman, and she's who we reached out to us, and we tried to find info for her family, but so sad. That was Moab, Utah.
What was the case name of that one?
Crystal and Kylan Schulte. Crystal and Kylan.
Let's stick to the.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep
No,
going off like rants and stuff.
you're fine. Stephen and Olivia, would you guys like to have twins? She
Of
talks
course.
about it all the time.
Of course. The more the merrier.
In fact, she thinks that we will have twins.
It runs in my family.
I feel like I just read something. Have you ever been to CrimeCon?
I did, and I don't want to ever go again.
Yeah,
It is corny. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, it's also not great to idolize that kind of thing. You might unknowingly stir up some things in your own life. It was an LGBT couple who just married.
Yes. Very sad.
Belize has the second largest barrier. This is going in so many directions now. This is why we gotta kind of. There's people talking about.
I mean, we're kind of 46 minutes in. We can start, closing it down here.
Yeah, really, guys. If you have any questions, please.
Thank you guys for everything.
We didn't get as many done in the Q&A as I was maybe initially hoping for. That's why I'm trying to respond to everybody's comments. You may have seen that on the comments on the page, and if I haven't gotten back to you, trust me, I will.
Yeah, thank you for everyone watching this, and it's just something kind of fun for us to do.
Thank you, Kamas, if that's how you pronounce it. I hope I got that right. This is how life goes, Rogue. Yeah, that's what I said. That's why I didn't share too much about the 10-year plan. You never know with life. Life's crazy. I've come to learn that.
That's true.
How do we contact you, Steven? We do have a Facebook page. That's probably the easiest way because that's a way where, like, on my breaks and stuff at work, I can go on the messages. I think it's linked.
Yeah, I'll have it linked in the description. It's just Olivia and Steven Goncalves on Facebook. I'll have the link.
Yeah, feel free to ask me whatever there. I'm a pretty open book, and yeah, I'm more than willing to answer any questions anybody has. Really.
Thank you, Ash. She said, "Love these Q&As. I wish I'd known sooner. Much love." We might do another one again.
Hello, Brenda. We appreciate you guys sharing. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll probably be doing these Q&As every once in a while. So if your question doesn't get answered this time, or if we missed you, for one, I do apologize. And for two, we will eventually get to it.
Yes, for sure. What can we do to...
I like the idea of just prayers are great. I love prayers. That's what we need. Other than that, yeah, please follow if that's something you wish to do. I try not to ask too much of people. Just keep us in your prayers. The family that we're trying to grow and the family we already have.
Yes, indeed.
Is it cold there? Tammy Clips? No.
No, it's like in the 90s.
It was 100 degrees today. It's supposed to be 100 again tomorrow. But in the winter, it gets pretty cold. It definitely does.
It definitely does.
Stephen, how are you and your mom and dad doing? I pray for them often. Well, thank you, deplorable freedom fighter. Uh, I think everybody's still just kind of coming to terms with things. They just they didn't lose their youngest daughter, my youngest sister, but she moved to Texas for university, so they're really living an empty nest nowadays. And this home's like 3,400 square feet. It's a nice home, so it's rather large to not have kids running around as much these days. I think yeah, it's kind of a weird in between stage, but they're doing better.
Gotta make more grandbabies, Tammy.
We're trying. Kentucky, it was only like 75. Wow. You'd think the South would be warmer.
Yeah.
Idaho's a weird anomaly, though.
I am shocked because growing up in Washington, it was not very warm, like at night.
Yeah.
In the summer. Here it's like Miami weather minus the humidity. I've never felt or lived in dry heat.
Not 100-degree.
Never.
There's some spots like you could go to anywhere in Arizona and it's just miserable, I feel like. But we have everything. You can go jump in a lake here. You can find one of your friends who's got a pool or whatnot. There's plenty to do.
Mm-hmm. Olivia, I hope your mother can move closer to you. Yes, eventually. We'll figure something out for sure.
I don't like the humidity either, Tammy. I'm up to 10 grandchildren, and this is what life was made for.
So
loving
lucky.
The laundry. Yeah, couldn't agree more.
So nice. That's something my mom has always told me, is that having kids is the best time of your life.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
Permanent friends is what I call it.
That would be nice.
Tammy Clips says, I've always wanted to say I love your family. I wish I had a family like the G's. Well, it might be up to you to make a family like the G's, Tammy. It's not impossible. There's still time.
There is nothing better than children.
You
Yes,
started something great. Jan's oldest son speaks Spanish. Wow.
We should teach our kids Spanish.
You should teach them Spanish. You don't want them to learn Spanish from me. Tammy is about to get married. Well, congratulations on your engagement, I would assume.
Yes, congratulations.
Until they become teens and treat you like trash, LL, Katie Ween. You know,
it's inevitable.
Didn't everybody have a stage? I feel like boys are maybe a bit briefer than the girls, but yeah, it could definitely be rough.
Mm-hmm.
She met the one 2 years ago. Wow, there you go. Build something great with that guy. Work out.
Yeah. I love that. Everyone comment what state you're watching us from. I'm just curious to see where you guys see.
We should have went live at a more convenient time.
Sorry, guys.
Other than the West Coast.
We were doing a lot of errands around town and stuff. It got dark quicker than we thought.
Yeah, my mom let us borrow her car for the Seattle trip, so we went and cleaned it out and got an oil change and filled up the gas tank and did what we could to give it back to her in a little bit better spot than it was. We got Pennsylvania, Iowa, Tennessee, Ohio, California, Arizona. Not a single repeated state yet. Florida, Minnesota, North Carolina, Missouri, Houston, Texas, Washington State, Illinois, Rhode Island, Las Vegas. I got family down in Las Vegas. From Massachusetts, California. Everybody's got family in California.
Yeah.
Ohio, Australia. That's what I love to see.
Australia.
Welcome, Steve Yam. Georgia, but you already know that. The real me too.
Oh yeah, Karen.
Missouri, Canada, Florida, Louisiana, Canada. Welcome, Canada. Loving the Laundry wanted one kid.
Somehow have 9.
That's awesome. Boise, Idaho, Tennessee, Sydney, Australia. Love to see the other countries. Indiana, Kansas, Oklahoma. We got to every state yet? Pennsylvania, Utah.
Pennsylvania.
Whidbey Island, Washington.
Oh, I want to take you there. It's north of Bainbridge.
Okay. Washington/Idaho, Eastern Washington, Tennessee, Illinois, Pennsylvania. Megan Miley's the youngest of 7 and the first to have a
Wow.
kid. Wow, my parents never thought they'd see the day, especially since they were 14. I bet. I bet.
Oh, I know Fayetteville. I actually did a documentary there.
Beth, Mexico. Wow. What part of Mexico?
Interesting.
Born and raised in Vegas. Been in Idaho 23
A
years.
lot of people in Idaho.
Steve,
Come back to Louisiana. We liked Louisiana. We didn't really have much time to really like explore it though.
yeah, I did. I did like Louisiana. Definitely a lot more than what I was expecting.
Yeah.
We were in. Were we in Lafayette or Baton?
I don't know. It's downtown.
I don't want to say it wrong. I feel like everybody says it differently.
Yeah.
Baton Rouge.
The food is good there.
Nothing better than our beautiful Canadian Rockies. Canada is so beautiful. I wish the politics weren't so unaccepting. Definitely not so.
Steven will like AMI. Yes, I'm gonna take him to Anna Maria Island. He will like it.
You're too close to the border. Here are in and out of both states. You know this area. Yeah. So both states, really, for sure. Come visit Cali. What part of Cali? I got family in what is it, Lake Tahoe. I got family in Playa del Rey. Family in San Francisco, American Canyon, Oakland. There was another one. I can't forget it. I can't remember it rather. I got family all over California.
I have been to Ohio.
I have not.
It's I went to Springfield, Ohio, but it's a lot of pretty cornfields, I will say.
From Calgary, CDA standpoint, many times beautiful countryside. It really is.
I love Sandpoint, Idaho.
Both originally from Washington, right? I'm not technically. I was born in Vallejo. I was born in the Bay Area, if you're familiar with. And then we moved up here when I was like 3 or 4. My dad's originally from Washington,
Yeah.
so in a way, Los Angeles, Somerset, but also live in Fall River, also not far from Lizzie Borden. Whistler, Canada.
That's where I was telling you I want to take you to so badly. It is so cool.
Hello from North Idaho.
I've always wanted to go to Wisconsin because of the food and the cheese and like there's like really good food in Wisconsin.
I want to go for a Packers game. Packers versus Raiders. Doesn't happen too often. What was that? Second Super Bowl? Packers Raiders, third Super Bowl, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know.
I don't know anything about sports.
What team are the Raiders on? Your dad was from Chicago originally, yeah?
Chicago. And then grew up in Los Angeles.
Come to a Saints game. Kellen Moore, your guys' head coach, old Boise State quarterback, actually the winningest player of all NCAA history. No one's won more games than Kellen Moore. Your head coach, he's a genius. He's gonna do great things for you guys. If your guys' GM gives him some time, you guys got a solid guy there. Seriously. Sorry for the tangent. I love Kellen Moore. I got a signed jersey by Kellen Moore in the garage.
Oh, really?
Well, I used to go to his games down in the Kibbe Dome in Moscow, Idaho. I was like 7, 8 years old, watching them play the Vandals, whooping the Vandals.
I just learned
Good times.
about you.
Always been a Boise State fan. Go Ashton J&T. He's playing for my NFL team nowadays. After what unfortunately happened due to a horrible person, does it make you want to get out of Idaho? That's Katie Ween. You know, not at all. You can't let one person ruin a good thing. And that's how I have to look at these things. You know, this kind of thing happens in Chicago 16 times a day. What's their gun violence like? Just
It's really bad.
there's a lot worse areas than Idaho. I mean, there's a reason that this made international news. This just doesn't happen here. It's It's unfortunate it had to involve my family. Um, and seriously, you never the cliche you never think it would happen to you couldn't be more true. I think about it every day. So go hug your siblings, go kiss your children, uh, tell that aunt that you haven't talked to in 6 months, tell her how much you appreciate her, bring up a memory from 15 years ago, whatever it is. Make that connection because you really, really don't know, and it's unfortunate that that's such a cliche nowadays because you don't know. The last thing I texted Kaylee was your future self will thank you. That was the very last text I ever sent her. She was trying to get into investing. She knows that's what I did, what I do. Uh, and yeah, I tried to set her up with a Robinhood account, get her into investing, and the very last text I sent her was your future self will thank you. So I had no idea. You never know. So go tell your loved ones that you love them, of course. The comments started going crazy there, it seems like. Go Pack Go. Steven, I have a friend here in Boise who has season tickets to the Packers. Her son was besties with Jake, Maddie's boyfriend. Wow, what a small world. Come up to Banff. I have people at my work that are always going up to Banff.
It's beautiful.
What's up there?
Lake Louise is a beautiful lake out there. I've been to.
Psycho Stench.
That's an interesting name.
Sorry to ask, but I'm curious. What do you say to all the people on the internet trying to prove BK's innocence with all their theories and all the crazy police reports and docs that have come out? That's a good question. Um, you learn a lot of things about human psychology when this kind of thing happens to your family. The average, I don't want to be rude, but I do want to just kind of be honest.
Say whatever you want.
The average IQ of people that are kind of in that hemisphere just doesn't seem to be very high. I'll say that. So you get crazy theories. We had a guy comment on one of our videos. What do you think about the 3 other males' DNAs found? Yeah, look around at the body cam, bro. There's beer bottles of alcohol everywhere. Of course, there is DNA in the house. The big difference being was there any of these men's DNA on an accessory to the murder weapon? I mean, well, I said the N word, but whatever. Just a lot of people a lot of people in that space aren't capable of critical thought, and it doesn't bother me. I know it does bother some of my family, but
a lot of crazy things. I don't go on TikTok anymore. I can't stand seeing those videos of people with their wild.
Yeah, if there's any younger people in here, I grew up in this generation. Well, we both did, really. So there's always people berating others on the internet. There's something that disconnects behind the screen. I know I've said that before, behind the keyboard, and I get that. And I give people a lot more grace because of that. I don't think people who are so hateful on the internet are that way in person. And for that reason, I don't think that's really who they are either. So I don't give it too much credence. You guys should take us on an Idaho trip. I bet it's beautiful. Tammy Clips, if you're ever up in Idaho, I will show you everything we have to offer up here.
Yes, we'll meet up with you.
Boise loves Kellen Moore. Boise will always love Kellen Moore. Greatest quarterback of all time. It's too bad he didn't get a decent shot in the NFL. But I like to think it saved his brain. So now he can do great things as a coach. Sorry to go back on the Kellen Moore rant. I'm so sorry about your cousin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kaylee was doing big things at a very young age. She was. But God had other plans. I know that much. Banff has great fishing. Say less. I'm on my way.
That'll be fun. New Zealand. Wow.
New Zealand?
That's awesome. Wow. I've always wanted to go there.
New Zealand's where Lord of the Rings was filmed. Don't fact check me, please. I'm pretty sure it was.
I feel like the fruit is so good. I want to eat exotic fruit there.
Holy moly, Kimberly.
I'm sorry,
so
Kimberly.
Sorry. Small town, North Carolina. It really can happen anywhere. Don't make it hate to stay Some people do love to be oppositional. I have family members like that. Some people just like to disagree. That's just their form of communication, and to each their own. Onward and outward. How about blood on the stairs? Blood in a glove. I adore you all. So this isn't me trying to stir things up. Yeah, don't even worry about it. It's a genuine question, so I respect that. You know, um, I'd actually been to the house. I was in a fraternity down in the University of Idaho for a year myself. I went. I don't want to dox my old fraternity, but it wasn't far. And at the time, the president of my fraternity actually rented out 1122 King Road. That was my sophomore year, Kaylee's freshman year of college. Long before any of this happened, long before Kaylee had even thought she'd ever even lived there, or any of her friends for that matter. Um, in the parties at that house, I don't want to give any credence to that because people like to take that too far. But there's rather large parties at that house. It's not too uncommon for a guy to swing his arm around too fast after a couple beers and elbow somebody in the face, hit them in the chin. They, walking down the steps now, they want to go outside. They're bleeding. It's really not as uncommon, and it's much more explainable than you think. And the fact is, the defense wanted that blood thrown out, not the prosecution. The defense wanted that DNA evidence thrown out because it was inconclusive, and they were afraid if they looked into it too much, it'd come back as weak case. That's the truth. That's the truth about that. Look it up. Um, where did you buy your cross necklace? I love the simplicity of it. Thank you, little light of mine. This is actually a gift. I always think your cross necklace should be a gift. So I kind of strongly hinted to my grandma that I wanted one, and this is what she got for me.
I love your love. So happy for you both. Thank you, Lori.
You two bad actors. Were you two serious when you said double digit children? Yes.
Yes, we're
At
crazy.
some point, they just start raising themselves after like 5 or 6. No, I kid, but we do want
As many as possible.
definitely so. New Zealand has the Hobbit houses, so beautiful. Have you been Three Wise Monkeys? Have you visited? I've heard it's actually really hard to get into New Zealand. They're not very accepting of visitors. Yeah, maybe I'm taking a wise tale too far, but that's how cats have overrun New Zealand. Like domesticated cats
Really?
killed off something like 85% of their wildlife. These are just some random facts that I know. I don't
I
even know
love
if
your
it's a
random
fact, so
facts.
correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, but yeah, someone dropped off a cat on the island. It had a litter, 2 litters, 100 litters. 5 generations later, they run the island and they killed all the ground nesting birds. It was like a tragedy in
Oh
New
my
Zealand.
gosh.
At least their wildlife. And
That's
forgive me if I'm wrong on that, but I think that's true.
Australia. Another place I want to go.
2 sets of twins, a set of triplets, and all 15
That's
children.
insane.
Holy moly. Live in Post Falls area. I heard back from your dad at one point and offered to pay for you all to go ice skating. Because I was so worried about your mom. How's your mom doing? Well, Dawn, thank
That's
you
nice
so
of
much.
you.
That's really kind of you. Uh, Chrissy Dawn, I think she gets a little bit better every day. She's not really a heart on her sleeve type of person. So some people were really critical about that in the early interviews. Not her, she wasn't showing enough emotion or showing emotion at strange times. That's just never how she was. She grew up in kind of a really rough way. And that's her story to share, so I won't. But it's kind of caused her to be a certain type of person. Uh, and I think she's doing better. She's just incrementally type of thing, and she'll have big setback days, and there will be a bad week, but it's only up from here. Your parents rock. I love the way they never back down. Thank you, Kimberly Bob. Conroe, Texas. Exactly, Stephen. My kiddo had friends at 1122 in 2011. I went there and with her a few times. Your explanation is spot on.
Yeah.
Thank you. If you know, you know. That's also what made it so frustrating that people are like, the layout of the house is so confusing, which is fair if that's what you believed. That's totally fair. But if you've ever been in the house, it's not. You know, it's one of those things. No more sleeping late in
Karen.
mornings.
Olivia, you were on the road for a bit there. What is it going to be like for you to be settled down now? Again, I think for a while now, I've just reached a different chapter in my life. The past 4 or 5 years, I was doing the cross country trips, the traveling and all that. And I'm 27. I'm ready to just raise kids and have a family. just, I'm still going to do, my, here and there, you'll still see I'm going to be doing stories and all that. But it's time for a new chapter in my life.
A new chapter, a new chronicle, so to speak.
That's why we did Chronicles of Goncalves. It was actually Steven's idea, which I really like.
The older ones start caring for the younger ones. It's so true.
It is true.
Yeah, some people take it the wrong way, and make it weird or whatever. But my older sister, she's 3, 4 years older than me, and she raised me for a lot of it. So it's totally true.
And the kids play with each other too, and
They entertain each other,
yeah.
for sure.
It's nice to know that we have people in the area. A lot of people here with big families.
Yeah, I love that for you guys. For Fireflies, do you guys want this channel to be about your love story and not crime? Just asking so I can help remind people. Uh, it's for whatever, really. This was just, it was definitely your idea to kind of begin with, and I'm not really the social media person. It was never my thing. But then I thought about how, like, if you could have found, if it were even possible to have like found your dad's YouTube channel from when your dad was like
I would have
our age,
done anything.
and then to be able to go back and watch that, how much you would have loved that. This was just really our way of
Time
kind of,
capsule.
yeah, just an easier way than just saving pictures on your phone and then forgetting about them, type of thing. Now that people don't print out pictures
Yeah.
and stuff, you just seem to forget about things. You'll scroll through your phone to a picture from 5 years ago and forget you were ever even in that place, you know?
It's true.
And this kind of makes you a little more, you have to be a little more present when doing like YouTube and videos and stuff. So it's a lot for that.
Yeah.
But we're open to discuss whatever. It is all a part of our story at the end of the day. You look so much younger than I thought. You were like 24 years old. Yeah, I don't even get ID'd at the bars. She gets ID'd every time we go anywhere.
I look very young for my age.
She gets ID'd at the toy store.
Oh my gosh. Olivia, but if you settle down, you'll never get shot at by a flare gun from a drunk up a hill. Hashtag Summer Wells. Oh my gosh. I'm still gonna do my thing. I always have to be doing something creative.
Raising kids in this evil world is a challenge for sure. Justice Jane. Yeah, I mean, it all depends how you look at things.
Yeah.
And they're all different out of the box, but
It all starts at home.
yeah,
It starts at home.
be a part of the solution, not the problem. Annabelle Texera, my kids love that I scrapbook. I've recorded their stories for 20 years with photos and journaling. That's so awesome.
Steven bought me a Polaroid camera a couple weeks ago.
I know,
but it's not working.
It sucks. Don't buy Polaroid, guys. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
But the idea was to have like physical prints and stuff. We do need to get like a digital camera. That would be nice.
You can bring us your baby's journeys. To an extent. I don't know how much I want to share of the kids.
Yeah, we want like to be
Especially
private.
given that like some people really just do hate our family.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
but that's just kind of the reality. So we'll see once we get there how much of that we'll share. Will you homeschool your children? I love the idea. I really do, especially like with how lackluster Idaho's education is. I think we ranked like 49 out of 51, including DC.
Mm.
I would love to, but then a part of me worries about all those social
Yeah, the social
cues that
part.
you're going to miss out on that. And I mean, if you've met people that are homeschooled, it goes one way or the other. So part of me wants to, and then maybe I'll just put them in like public school sports, but we'll see. We'll see. There's also really good private schools up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all about finding the right school and
Mhm.
education. Spokane has a scrapbook store. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. The free prints app is great for getting your pictures printed. That's good to know.
Raising kids is hard no matter how or when you choose to do it, but your level heads is what makes the difference. Megan Miley. I agree so much. People love to think that they're going to wait for the perfect time and then, like,
Yeah.
God is going to shine a light down on
You're
them.
never
Like,
ready,
the
no matter
time
how
is
much you
now.
prepare.
Yeah. If you're always gonna and this is more common in like our generation is if we just waited a year, like would we be in a better spot to have a kid? And maybe, but maybe not. Uh, and at that point, you're a year further and
Yeah.
got nothing to show for it as far as I'm concerned. No one's gonna come to your funeral if you don't have 15 babies.
I wish we had met sooner. Could have already had a couple by now.
Charter school is a good option. I actually went to Coeur d'Alene Charter Academy. Um, got expelled.
Oh gosh.
And then I went to North Idaho STEM or whatever it's called here in Raptor. And then I got expelled from that one too. I was just nothing crazy. It wasn't a good fit for me. The teachers want you to like bow to their power, and all the teachers got really big egos in those type of schools. So there's good and bad things, and I've never been one to step down or to shy away from that kind of thing. So it just didn't really turn out well for me. I had a lot of clashing back in those days with the teachers and the principal. I remember the principal used to come up to me every day before school. Did I ever tell you this story?
I don't think so. No.
So this was freshman year of high school. The teacher would, or not the teacher, the principal, because my dad would drop me off an hour early before school in the middle of winter, and the teachers hated me so much they wouldn't let me in their classroom, so I'd have to sit outside. And the principal would come up to me every day, and he'd try to put his hand on my shoulder. I'd always kind of try to shrug him off, and he'd be like, "Think about." It. He literally said this every day. Think about it, Steve. Do you really want to be here? That's what he would ask me every day before. That's how I started every single one of my days as a 15-year-old going to high school. And I looked at him and I go, no. Like, my parents make me do this. I don't want to have to see you every day. I don't even remember his name. I wonder if he's watching these videos. That'd be funny. No hard feelings, brother.
Oh goodness. So many comments.
You can do homeschool with field trips for socializing. Plus, you have a big family, Steven. They will learn socialization. Heavenly angels. Right, but I don't know. Past a certain age, I mean, I totally agree with you. Uh, but it's also like every kid comes out of the box differently. So what would be a great experience for one kid being homeschooled would be like the worst experience for, and you'd be doing them a disservice at that point. I feel, not allowing them to kind of, what's the term I'm looking for? Like flower or whatever.
Yeah, like bloom or
Bloom.
like yeah.
Yeah, and some people are just social butterflies, especially in this generation. Uh, and I'd hate to deprive my kid of something like that, especially me. Like when I went to those charter schools, it just wasn't a good fit for me. And then I went to public school, sophomore through senior year, and I had a 4.0 every semester, no problems ever again. Teachers didn't have problems with me. Played sports. It was just a lot better fit. The charter just didn't work for me. I mean, there was years where I had after school suspension every day.
You were a bad kid.
I wasn't even bad. It was from like telling jokes in class, and teachers just want you to submit to them in those schools.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do it. The joke, it was some of the jokes were so good that the teacher would laugh
I'm
and
sure.
they give me after school suspension right after laughing.
Lame.
How unfair is that? Yeah.
Lame.
So, and at those schools, after school suspension isn't sitting down and doing your homework. It was like cleaning baseboards, like mopping floors,
Wow, they
cleaning
put you to work.
mirrors. Yeah, like child labor for real. So, never learned my lesson. In case any of those teachers are curious. Let's see. Will you name your daughter after your sister Barb here, or Barb Hair? We have an idea. Not directly after her, but kind of in inspiration.
Yeah. Me too.
Jimmy XX says came from a family of 8. Common
Wow.
sense, normal raised, all went well in the years. Common sense is no longer common, my brother.
Good night, HLT.
Yeah, good night.
Sorry it's so late, guys.
El Rizzle, great question. How is it being the only boy of 4 sisters?
That's a good question.
What did your sisters teach you growing up? Wow. I mean, that's impossible to answer just in one take. What was it like? Torture and pain and suffering. Agonizing pain. No,
I
it
feel like
definitely
you.
made me a different person than I would have been otherwise. I can
Mhm.
definitely say that it had a huge impact on me, particularly with like how the way women are treated
Yeah.
and stuff. And I don't say that in like the cornball way. Uh, just some guys are losers nowadays, and it's super unfortunate that guys just don't want to provide. When guys don't want to take care of their babies and their children and their wife or significant other. Uh, so it definitely made me more staunch in those beliefs. I'd say that. Uh, and I always, that's why, like, I got to be level headed all the time. I got to be a rock for all my sisters to where, because if I was emotionally unstable or I had my days or whatnot, they wouldn't feel comfortable to come to me with their problems when they don't want to reach out to my dad or my mom or anyone. So I have to kind of be that rock and I have to be strong for them. And I think it really made me a better person, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's at the same time, it's all I've ever known. So,
I think it really taught you a lot about women.
deplorable freedom fighter. Wow, Steven, you must have been a handful. You know, it's funny you say that. My parents never found out because they wouldn't pick us up until an hour after school, anyways. Uh, so at that time, my after school suspension was already up. So they never knew. They thought I was in study hall. I was mopping
Tisk,
floors.
tisk.
Yeah. They really never knew.
What if your dad knew? What would you have done?
That's an excellent question. Tune in next week. Princess, our house is 3,800 square feet, and we are empty nesters. Just have one daughter moved away from college and working, but not too far at least. Can still visit her, and she visits us. That's great. I really try to encourage Aubrey to stay closer to home, and at the end of the day, it's just not what she wanted to do. So I trust her opinion. She's extremely intelligent. She graduated with like I don't know,
She's so smart.
4.4, like numbers you didn't even think were possible. I thought 4.0
Yeah.
was, I thought 4.0 was perfect grades. She was, yeah,
So
she's really
smart.
special. She got scholarships for like 80,000 of her $82,000 tuition. So she's great. She's gonna do just fine. I just wish you were closer to home too.
Yeah.
My math skills wouldn't have ever held up in homeschooling. Yeah, there's always a way to figure out a way around that.
Montessori school. I think I went for like a week to a Montessori school, but I grew up going to private school
Is
up
that like
until high
what,
school.
group homeschooling or something? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's very tiny. I kind of don't really remember. Um,
Love
yeah.
in the laundry. We pray each year in each child and let God guide, and not all our kids go to the same school. Amen. I agree.
Interesting.
Neither did any of us. A lot of us were going to different schools at different times. So you just got to find what works for your kid and try to go to bat for them as much as you can without enabling them. What grade were you in? After school suspension? I was good in sixth grade at the new school, but seventh grade, eighth grade, every day. And then freshman year of high school
Oh
was the
my
principal story.
goodness.
How's your bond with your other sisters? Uh, it's good with all my sisters. And that's what's my name again, bruh. uh, it's different with each of them. Like Aubrey's more of a rock. She's a dork. She's a
She
really good dork,
is.
and I mean that in a loving way.
She's so silly.
Autumn's very emotional. You got to be careful with Autumn, and that's just how she's always been. Uh, and then Olivia lives so far away these days that we're definitely not as close as we once were, especially growing up. But we still post or send each other the memes, or whenever we think of a old childhood story, we send it to each other. And we get our that's kind of how our relationship is nowadays.
Olivia, do you see your future babies in his eyes? That's how I felt when I met my husband. That's YouTube bad actors. Yes, I do. I think about it sometimes. There's like photos of you as a baby, and I look at them like, oh, my kids will probably have your eyes or your nose.
The two Steves, like father like son, Jimmy XX. I'm the third, actually. Well known fact.
I will say, Steven looks just like his grandfather.
Yeah, it's actually
Like,
like shocking.
like there's a picture of him and his hair is like to here, his grandfather.
We'll
But
make a post
yeah,
of it and we'll let you guys decide.
it's
Yeah,
strikingly
it's
similar.
like scary
Yeah.
similar how much I look like my grandpa. And even there's like pictures of my grandpa growing up, and like even at different or when we were the same age at different stages, we look like shockingly similar.
There's also a picture of you and your dad, like in college, like years, like that you
And we don't look so much alike, I think. But yeah, there is that one.
Yeah.
My dad, yeah, but my grandpa, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Linda Harris says, so very true that men don't take care of their kids, but unfortunately, a lot of women do it
Mm-hmm.
too because of drugs. Yeah, there's different reasons. I could go on forever about it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that people don't um, feel the need to take care of their own these days.
I would think an only male raised with all sisters would make the best husband.
You're
I
wrong.
am.
No, I'm just kidding. I hope so. I try.
I feel very lucky.
Who is stricter, your mom or your dad, Steven? I would think your dad, but we might be surprised. Yeah, not to like definitely my mom by a mile. That's so there's that question. Um, yeah, by a mile. My dad was like the strict scolding, and then like you run off to your room or whatever, and he'd be there 20 minutes later. Hey, buddy, knock knock.
Oh.
Hey, buddy, can I come in? No, you can't come in, Dad. I hate you. You open the door. I'm sorry, buddy, and then he'd jump in your bed with you and cuddle up, and yeah, until you had to accept his apology. He just wasn't willing to accept anything less. But that's not to take from my mom either. My mom was just she just had a different way of raising us. She was definitely more strict.
It's so beautiful that you found each other. Such a beautiful couple. May God bless you both with healthy babies. Thank you, Annabella.
Nathan says, "Are you close with your siblings? You must have been so proud of your sister when she gave the most brutal impact statement of all time, off the dome too, off the dome." You guys saw my impact statement. It wasn't really an impact statement. It was more of like a statement after the fact. Yeah, I had to read that. I couldn't just do it off the top of my head. But yeah, Olivia went just straight out of her mind. It was it was great. Super proud of her. I was super happy that she was able to get that off her chest.
Yeah, she killed it.
Deplorable freedom fighter. Question: what is your sister studying in college, Stephen? She wants to be an anesthesiologist. So whatever that is studying, I don't know. Um, but she
She's gonna do
also
good in whatever she ends up doing.
she wants to be a pediatrician too. So somewhere in between the two, maybe both. I'm not too sure. I was never into the medical stuff, but it's medical schooling.
Mm-hmm. When are y'all getting married? July 4th.
Doesn't look like there's any bugs outside. You know, bugs are really not
There's
a
no
problem.
mosquitoes here.
No.
Shocking.
There's some areas where, like, if you're near still water, everybody knows about that. Like swampy areas, it'll be a lot worse, but not here. Definitely not here.
I love the flowers in your parents' yard.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
All the roses that my dad takes credit for.
That
I got grounded. I planted, I don't know, 70 rose bushes over a week or two, and now my dad takes credit for them. So if you ever see these roses, just know I planted those, and he will never tell anyone otherwise. Or he will tell you otherwise, rather. Bella Italian's a surgery nurse. Wow. One correct. Congrats. So there's that. Says your statement outside on the steps was a bomb. I made it into a video on my channel. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Do you garden like flowers or vegetables? We're planning on it for next season.
Vegetables. Tough because we have a shorter summer. It's like 3 months max. So if you don't plant at the perfect time, or if you have a late frost, it'll kill your entire crop. And all your work just kind of goes to waste.
Your corn.
Yeah, that didn't work out great.
Steven used to plant corn for many years to feed the turkeys by hand outside.
The turkeys and the deer, and we have moose, and we have raccoons. We have, unfortunately, coyotes. There's all kinds of wildlife out here, and I used to feed them all the time. I set up a little trail cam. Maybe we'll post some pictures one day. Uh, but yeah, and then I was like, this is costing so much money. The turkey alone, we're going through 50 pounds of corn in like 2 days. So I was like, I'm gonna plant some corn, and then they can kind of graze, and they have to work for it a little harder. Maybe they'll eat less. And then it just didn't go great. It was I unfortunately planted so far out that I couldn't really get a hose to reach. So I was taking pictures of water one at a time out there, and then it just didn't end well. Florida bugs are huge.
Oh yeah. The palmetto bugs. You know what a palmetto bug is? It's like a bigger cockroach.
Just what we needed. Great. I love feeding the wildlife, especially the deer. Yeah, people tell you not to because you'll like accidentally domesticate them or something. That's so ridiculous. People are so soft these days. Our deer are healthier than any deer I've really ever seen, and they're just fine.
They keep eating our apples in our backyard. I always see like fresh deer poop in the mornings.
Yeah.
I need to do something with those apples. I was thinking of like, how would I can an apple? Apple butter?
Ask Nana, she'll know.
We're supposed to can this week, but we don't know. I don't know what we're gonna can. We should go huckleberry picking before the season's over.
Yeah, we can do that. Great Dane Mom says the wild turkeys are invasive. You know, they say that about a lot of things, but who's to say what's invasive? Isn't technically everything invasive to some extent? I find it hard that there's a director of the EPA or whatever, and he gets to tell everyone what's invasive and what's not. I don't know. They don't harm anything out here. They're fine. Cicadas are fun, crazy.
In Blue Ridge Mountains, there's tons of cicadas.
Applesauce, apple butter.
Oh, applesauce. That's what I need to make. I'll make one without sugar for you.
Thank you, babe. Mayday says I'm late, but wanted to congratulate you too on starting a beautiful life together. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Make apple pie, literally.
Would you eat it? You're not really into sweets. Steven doesn't like sweets, guys. I'm the sweet tooth. Last night at 3 a.m, I was eating chocolate in her bed. I'm always eating sweets and chocolate. Oh gosh, it's a problem.
We were stationed in Alaska for 4 years, and the mosquitoes were huge there. Definitely missing the moose, barbed hair.
We saw a moose the other day.
Yeah, we did. We posted it, I think, or you did. On the YouTube channel.
Yeah, on a short, but I have a video I'm putting together. It was a baby moose, I think.
It was
so cute.
2, maybe 3 years ago.
Fishing
Up on Steamboat Pond. If you're from around the area and you've ever been to Steamboat Pond.
Canned apples are really good. You can make fried apples. Cracker Barrel makes the best fried apples. You've never been to Cracker Barrel, but we have to go. You're not gonna like it.
Mm.
It's so good. I love Cracker Barrel. Chutney.
Apple chutney. That sounds familiar.
We can make apple cider.
Humans are the most invasive. I'm scared of humans.
Yeah,
yeah,
we are.
exactly.
We're like
Right.
a virus taking over the planet, destroying it.
Okay, drum me. Not all of us. I've made the planet a better place. Chocolate is a woman thing. I swear, I
Yeah.
love chocolate too. Yeah, I had to buy her chocolate today. I have to buy.
I
chocolate
already
almost
ate
every
it.
day.
Favorite comfort food while watching TV. We don't really eat food when we watch TV.
Yeah, not too often, but we did popcorn for a little while. We just
You
kind of fell
burnt the
off.
popcorn last
I
night,
burnt the
stunk
last
up the whole
bag
house.
last night. It sucked. It was so disappointing. I was so excited to have
Wait, the
popcorn.
last bag of popcorn? There's no
That
more?
was the last bag we had.
Maybe Kristen
Never
has
again.
some popcorn that we
We'll
can
never
take.
have popcorn again. Jimmy XX asks, "Is Silverwood still a busy place? There's still any more after all these years?" Yeah, Silverwood's crazy.
We need to
these
go
days.
before
Silverwood's
it's the end of fall, babe.
I try to game it every like year and go on like a weekday where
Yeah.
you think it's not
That's
around a
crowded.
holiday, and it's so popular these days. You're going on
It's
like
not the same.
4 rides max. I remember going as a kid when we first moved up here back in like 2003, 2004, where if you didn't want to get off the ride, you wouldn't have to because there'd be literally no line. So they just let you go around over and over and over. But nowadays, yeah, you'd be lucky to have like a 1 hour wait in between rides.
Really? It's like Disney World status?
Yeah, and that even goes for like the water park and everything. It's extremely popular. I mean, given it's the only real theme park
Yeah.
probably within almost 1,000 miles. I mean,
That is true.
I can't
There's
name one in
nothing else.
Washington. You'd probably have to
Yeah.
go to California damn near.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like I'll be making applesauce and apple butter this week.
Yeah, I have been loving the laundry. Take her to Green Bluff for harvest time. Sorry, that just got me so excited. I love Green Bluff, and yeah, I do.
What is that?
Green Bluff's the apple orchards that I
Oh.
told you about.
Mhm.
That's another one that's so popular nowadays. Oh my gosh, I remember going as a kid and there'd be no one there. But nowadays you go and holy moly, it's traffic for tens of miles. Is Olivia drunk, Steven? Oh, is that what you said? No, I'm not sure what you heard, but certainly not.
What? I may look tired because I am tired. What intrigued you about Alaska?
Oh, maybe it's arrogance, maybe it's ego, maybe it's a lot of things. But I've always thought about how life is such a when you're single, right? Single man, 25, you just go to work, save 90% of your money, go back to work, save 90% of your money. It just too cyclical. It's getting boring. Um, and I just graduated. I thought it'd be more an interesting life to have to go get my next meal, have to go get the firewood. I wanted to really just try to live off of the land. I've always found that lifestyle kind of tempting almost. Uh, but now I have a little something more to look forward to when I get home. So things have changed. Jamie XX was going to Silverwood in the early 90s. Wow, that must have been awesome. I bet that was amazing. I actually read Gary Norton's book. I worked at Silverwood. It was my first job. And it'd be so slow some nights that I picked up his book and I started reading it. He's an interesting character.
Off grid in Trapper Creek?
Yeah, that's Catherine Willie. I've lived off grid in Trapper Creek, Alaska for over 35 years now, and I wouldn't live anywhere else. Like, what kind of, how satisfying is that life? Like, it has to be.
Could you actually email me, Catherine? Because I've been very interested on the off grid lifestyle. Just like curious about it.
Lagoon in Utah is the same. Same as, so many people nowadays. It's kind of wild. I never thought I'd get old enough to say stuff like that, but yeah, here we are. I remember when this was just a tiny town. Now Coeur d'Alene's kind of huge.
Yeah.
Post Falls didn't hardly exist when we moved up
Maybe
here.
we need to find a
If you lived
smaller
in
town.
Rathdrum, we considered like those people Hicks. We're like, dude, those are like forest
Yeah.
creatures over there in Rathdrum. Nowadays,
Now it's
I mean,
changed.
yeah, things change rather quickly too.
I love small towns. I'm a small town girl.
She was asking for your email.
It is in our description. Olivia and Steven Goncalves. Oh gosh, what's her Gmail? At gmail.com or is it 777?
It's Olivia and Steven 777 at Gmail.
Yeah. We don't even know our own email, guys.
We don't know.
I'll just have it in the description.
It's been 10 years since I've been there, but it was long wait times in the 90s. I had season passes to Disney in California. Yeah, Disney's been crazy for some time. I remember going as a kid, and it would be like, your wait from here is 3 hours.
Disney World is where it's at. I'll have to take you someday.
Mm-hmm.
You'll hate it. Um, Idaho Falls and the population was 15,000.
Yeah, what's it nowadays?
Post Falls.
Probably nearly 100.
We lived in Post Falls for well, you lived there for 2 years, a year or two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jimmy says Post Falls really boomed. Yeah, when we moved up here in 2003, Post Falls didn't hardly exist. Like, there's the little downtown area in every town, but other than that, there was nothing. Now Post Falls is almost full.
It's huge.
It's almost like
very
out of land.
Yeah.
And they didn't parse correctly, so they don't have like 5-acre plots like they do in Dalton Gardens, like they do in Hayden. So all of Post Falls is just suburban. Post Falls kind of
cookie cutter.
Kind of got ruined. Still a cool town, but not my favorite.
Yeah.
It's not in the description.
I will add it in there after we're done with the live, guys.
Bella Italian says Universal Studios.
Yes.
It is 10:03 p.m.
Oh gosh, guys. We'll take a couple more and then we're gonna head out.
All of Idaho's blown up in the last 20 years. It's not what it used to be. Definitely, COVID had a lot to do with that.
Oh, I'm sure everyone from California came up here.
The people who didn't want to wear their masks and be a good boy and get the jab. Yeah, a lot of them came to Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
I love to go to Hershey Park in Pennsylvania. It's so fun. I feel like I've heard of Hershey Park.
I've heard of that place before.
I went on school trips every year, and my mom got discounted tickets over 40 years ago. Wow. 1 p.m. on the East Coast.
1 p.m.
Wow. It's 1:04. Wow. You guys are up late.
Oh, yeah, 1 a.m. Yeah. I keep forgetting. Oh, we built our own tiny cabin by hand. We put our own septic tank system down by watching a YouTube channel 6 years ago. No more outhouse.
That's so awesome.
Really
That's how I always felt. I was like, I watch these videos, I'm like, I can do that. I can totally do that.
Well, Steven's really good with fixing things. Like cars, you're the person. You are.
Gotta be with 4 sisters.
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you for coming to YouTube. A lot of us don't do TikTok. I purposely didn't want to be on TikTok just because it's a different crowd on there that's a lot younger and judgmental, and I wanted to avoid all of that craziness. I feel like YouTube is more respectful.
Went to the old CDA Greyhound near State Line, was unique then. Jimmy, you sound like an interesting guy. How long have you lived up here? Because we've only been up here since 2003, 2004, which is a while. It's most of my life. But I've always been curious what Orleans was like in the 90s or even earlier.
Good night from Toronto. Good night, Annabella.
Good night.
So pretty. TikTok is garbage. Honestly, I am done with TikTok. I haven't been on in a minute. I don't post there much anymore.
As strong as you both are, you can do it. Come visit us next summer.
That'd be fun.
Lily. I might take you up on that. Yeah. Be careful. I might move in next door. Might have a cabin built up.
We were thinking of like checking out Alaska.
Yeah, we thought about taking a road trip because there's a lot of great fishing in Canada too, and I love fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Barb here says I honestly never been on TikTok.
Stay off.
Me neither.
I love that you don't have TikTok. Don't ever get mine.
Actually visited in late 80s from Calgary to Spokane. Had a friend in the valley back then.
Mm-hmm.
Great salmon fishing. Yeah, I say I'm a fisherman, but I've never even caught a salmon. Not even a kokum.
I want him to see salmon spawning. I've seen salmon spawning in Chico Creek in the Olympic Mountains in Washington. It's almost like a spiritual experience.
I told you about my papa.
I love that story.
Crying when my dad showed him the salmon spawning. He said it was the most beautiful thing he'd ever seen.
I wish I could have met him. Good night, Great Dane, Mom.
Tam1234. I love to fish. Love it. Same. Me too. Great way to pass the time.
Connie, Olivia, I sent a message to Chloe at Grace and Joy. Is that a store here in Portland?
I suggested you check out. Yeah, we read that.
Oh right, yeah.
I think she told us that.
Yeah, we'll have to. I'll have to stop by. Maybe I'll stop by tomorrow.
They're the ones who also make content, right?
Right. Yeah, YouTubers.
No, we're not living with my parents. We are renting one of their homes that I was more or less raised in, though. Congratulations. Thank you, Inspirational and Thistle. Good night to everybody who's dipping out here.
Yeah, sorry we started this so late.
Yeah, I was also working on my car today. And my mom's, but we got it all done.
Yeah, it's so nice like talking to you guys, and there was not even a single like hateful comment that I don't know.
Even
it's
if
just,
there was.
I know, but it's just nice to feel a positive, like see positive, you know.
Catherine Willie, I only paid $4,000 for my property here.
What?
Stop, Catherine. I told you I'm already sold on.
Okay, we might be moving to Alaska soon. Night owl. I am definitely a night owl. I always go to bed before.
She does her best to keep me up till 3 o'clock in the morning every day. You two should go on the interview room with you or with Chris and Karen. Is that McDonough?
Yeah.
I actually am. I'm often in touch with Chris McDonough. Good guy, really great guy. Lost his son in an unfortunate situation and dedicated his life to victim advocacy. Great guy.
Have you guys been to Medellin, Washington? Nope, never heard of it.
So there's that. I've seen walleye spawning. It's so cool. They surrounded our pontoon boat. I feel like I was in a weird video. Wow, that is cool. That's another thing they say is invasive up here. Walleye is the best tasting fish you could ever have in your life.
What is that? I don't even heard of that.
Do you know what a perch is?
No.
A walleye, I mean, they don't get typically too big. Like the biggest one will be like 30 inches or so. And that's a huge walleye.
That's still pretty big.
But yeah, I don't know. If you don't really know too much about fish, it's hard to describe. They kind of look like perch, is what I would say, but you don't know what a perch is. So.
Where are they at? Like Montana?
Up here. I just saw a shooting star or something.
Make 3 wishes.
I know they're in Ponderay and they consider them invasive, but they're the most delicious fish, and it's like, okay, then let them invade. They're fine. But I guess they do have a problem with liking to snipe nests, and they eat a lot of fish eggs, which is not ideal. But hey, no worse than the pike are out here.
Yeah, we caught a catfish the other day. I mean, we released it, but it was so cute. It was adorable.
Oh my gosh, you guys saw that one? It was the smallest catfish I've ever seen in my life.
Aww. Taxes are only $217 a year. Get out! That's amazing.
Deplorable freedom fighter says I only spread love and happiness. Too much negative crap out there. Couldn't agree more.
Yep.
Thank you for spreading it here with us. Not the crap, the good, the happiness and positivity. That is. Katie Ween, yes, we can still see your comments. Sorry if we missed a couple. We're just kind of scrolling through. You're a lucky guy that she wants to keep you up. I think so as well. Chris and Carrie McDonough, great couple. Yeah, some new folks on there once. Yeah, they're really great people. Medellin is a very small town. It's beautiful, not far from you guys. There's a lake above it, and you can watch the sun.
I'm gonna have to research this.
I know just about every lake up here.
Well,
I've never heard of Medellin. Interesting. They have taught me some.
Moose hunting.
You got a huge one.
How? I've never had moose meat. I wonder what that tastes like. Does it taste like venison?
Do you have your own channel? You have a super
Catherine, we might have to do a documentary with you. I've kind of, I'm always been fascinated by off-grid.
You should be able to see the northern lights tonight. Is that true in North Idaho?
I've seen it in North Carolina. If I can see it in North Carolina, I think we could see it here.
Maybe.
The sky looks kind of like. Wait, you know what? I think I can see it.
Well, you're looking the wrong direction. That would be the southern lights. Antelope is good. I had that in Montana.
Whoa, antelope.
Olivia loves Sandpoint as well.
I do. I want to live there.
She went one time and all she did was complain when we were there, but now she loves it.
Complain about the cold.
Mm-hmm. And it snowed and it was beautiful. There's fresh layers of snow on the ground. They're supposed to be visible even in Iowa? Maybe.
Yeah, I saw it in North Carolina. It was pink.
Shooting star. Maybe that's why she popped that up. Huh.
We'll go stargazing tonight in the backyard.
Thought I saw some.
Reindeer sausage? I want to try that.
We appreciate you, Katie. Thank you. Pocatello is charming too. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Southern Idaho. Nothing against it. It's just the terrain is not my favorite. It reminds me a lot of Eastern Washington. Definitely more mountainous, which is good. But that same kind of like deserty, brush, dryland vibe. A lot like most of Montana. Most of Montana is really not as pretty as they play it off. There's a couple areas that are.
I only like Northwest Montana, like Glacier National Park area. Flathead Lake, we should go there.
Like, where were we? What was it even called? I've been to Greenough. That's where Harper's Lake is. That's not as pretty. But where's Triangle Lake, Triangle Pond?
It started with an N.
Noxon. You're right.
We stayed at the cutest Airbnb.
You've never been.
Oh, that Airbnb was so cute.
Yeah, you guys want a secret spot for fishing? If you're anywhere near us, go to Noxon, Montana. It's called. Okay, this might not be helpful. It's either Pyramid or Triangle Lake or Pond, one or the other. You should be able to find it off of that. I mean, that's where she caught that one.
It was.
We never
posted that video. I'll have to post it.
It's probably like a 22-inch rainbow, 24-inch rainbow. It was a monster. And it's out of like a tiny lake. Super easy to catch them. Carolina rig, about probably like a 3-foot leader. And then we use size 6 eagle claws, gold hooks, the ones that are lighter, with a power bait egg and a mice tail. Pink tail, white head, and a yellow mice egg or power bait egg. You'll kill them all day long up here. That's what you catch trout on up here.
Also, like that spray, that garlicky, like.
Anise.
Yeah.
I forget the company. They're in small little containers like this. They're black and they have the red fonts. If you know, you know. But the anise scent works really well.
We could do a video on you teaching. I don't know if you want to give away your tricks, but like.
I don't care. I love to share that stuff.
Yeah. Because the way that Steven fish, they catch fish like. We'll go to like a pond or a lake, and there will be other people there for an hour, and they catch nothing, and then Steve and Steven are just catching fish by the minute because of the hook thing you do.
Yeah, we do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And we're always trying different things, so we're always adjusting.
It's so
Nothing worse than
fascinating.
getting skunked. I can't remember the last time it happened to me, but partially joking. Love the deep snow. My dogs hate it. Oh, that's such a
Ooh,
bummer. Your dogs love it.
What are we gonna do, Remington?
And I toss them out there and see how long it survives. No, he'll be fine.
Um, please hold on to that love. It's rare. I found that out as I'm with my ex-husband, but wouldn't change it for anything.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you, Megan.
Psycho Stench says Lake Superior is pretty fun to fish. I've heard it's really windy out there.
I've
And I
never
hate
been.
The wind will kill a good fishing day easily. That's what sucks about fishing on the Columbia River, down by where my dad used to live. The wind is just so bad. It makes it miserable. Lake Coconoosa, I almost went actually just last summer with my dad. We were traveling all across Montana fishing at random spots. Harper Lake, Frog Pond, some pond in Libby. We went to Triangle Pond, 9 Miles Pond, or maybe it's 9 Mile Road Pond. I forget exactly. All kinds of places. There's a lot of great fishing in Montana. Montana does brood stock, so they wait until their female trout, that is rainbows, are past their prime breeding age, and then they release them into the lakes. So you catch like 2 foot long fish minimum.
Wow.
It's up here in Idaho, they release them at like 12, 13 inches, and it's just the survival rate's not nearly as good as what they do in Montana. Montana has a much better system for fishing game, in my opinion.
Wow. Where's Park City? Thistle, come to Park City.
I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Isn't Park City like the old party store? Or am I thinking Party City?
Party City.
Lake Erie 66 caught a 30-inch walleye. It's mounted. Yellow perch is so good. Come to Lake Erie. Might have to.
Yeah.
If you can show me how to catch a 30-inch walleye,
Yeah.
I'll pay you for your time. My grandfather, my papa, always loved halibut. It was his dream fish to catch. He actually ended up catching one. Called him a barn door. That's what they used to call him.
Is that what we saw at the Seattle Pike's Place Market? That
was a baby one, though.
That brown one?
Mm-hmm. That was a small one, though. Thank you, Sarah. Lots of brown trout at our place in Arkansas. They're huge, mostly catch and release. That's what we do. A lot of catch and release. Unless they're gonna not make it, you gut hook them or whatnot. We'll keep them in that case. We're not gonna let it go to waste. But we try to catch and release whenever we can. Great Lakes have good walleye. Yeah, I have a buddy from Minnesota, the area. Maybe it's Wisconsin. They're kind of similar to me. And yeah, he's that's actually Dan the Outdoor Man. You may have heard stories about him. He's crazy. He's so good at fishing. Blow me out of the water.
Wow.
My biggest walleye was 43 inches. Pictures or it didn't happen. No way inspirational. That'd be inspirational. Truthfully living up to the name. My Australian Labradoodle gets massive snowballs in his fur. I bought him a coat. He looks just like Murphy. Oh.
I might have to teach my dog how to pee in the house on like a pee pad if the snow gets to be too much. Let me see.
It's me from in Idaho. I imagine that's North Idaho. Steven, if you ever want another fishing buddy, my 12-year-old grandson is a fishing fool. Hops on his bike and fishes at Black Bay all the time.
So cute.
I've kind of adopted some guys throughout some younger men throughout the days and put them onto some good spots. Give them the good bait, set them up with a nice rig, and watch them catch them. I love that. I love sharing my favorite areas and what works.
So cute. I need Olivia's shirt. It's so cute.
It's my shirt.
You don't like it though.
You made me buy it. Those little dogs going crazy.
Park City, Utah. Utah. Have you been to?
But let me go back to reading.
Oh,
yeah, if your grandson ever does want to go fishing, we're not far from Fernand, and we often go on trips. I'd be more than
Mhm.
willing to take them to some spots where we catch some pretty nice rainbows. I always go
Yeah.
rainbow fishing. It's kind of my thing. But they're
That'd be
talking
fun.
about Park City, Utah. That's in
Hmm.
Utah, huh?
There's some cool parts of Utah. It looks like Mars.
I made the mistake of going to Salt Lake City for my first trip to Utah, and it kind of ruined
Yeah,
the
no.
state for me.
We have to take you to like Moab.
We stayed in a motel, and they had no AC. It was like
Of course he
115
ate it.
degrees. It was miserable.
Our room right now feels like that. It's so hot in there.
Alaska is king when it comes to fishing. Yeah, Alaska and Canada for
Oh,
freshwater
I'm
for sure.
sure. Yeah. I've
Have-
been to Alaska when my mom was pregnant with me.
Okay, that I don't know if that counts. Maybe by technicality. Walleye runs here in your river in Ohio. Wow, Katie, that's awesome. A lot
That's
of
so
fly
cool.
fishing in Arkansas, brown trout, some
I've
rainbow,
always wanted to
mostly
go to
brown.
Arkansas.
Um, yeah, fly fishing is something I haven't gotten into yet. I do have a
Yeah.
rod and a reel, but she makes fun of me when I try. She hurt my feelings. Germany, 7 a.m. My relatives. It's Christy Dawn's family, Germany.
Mhm.
Set pee pads out, and my Shih Tzu naturally went right to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to teach my dog to pee on pee pads.
No, because then he'll start peeing on the carpet.
Oh gosh, we don't want that to happen.
Dana Craig says flathead catfish are fun to fish for. I love fishing for bluegill. Yeah, we used to
Bluegill.
we're probably past the statute of limitations on this story. But when we first moved up here, my dad got a boat and we would go chum the waters. I know that's frowned upon, whatever. Say what you will. But we would, and we'd fish overnight on the boat. And we used to catch massive catfish. We catch like 7 pound catfish that are
Oh
like,
my, the little thing that we caught the other day, but a
yeah,
big
that little
one.
baby one. We catch monsters. We were all catch and release. We were just letting them go anyway. Um, but yeah, if you know Fins and Feathers out here, I actually have a picture in there from when I was a kid, where they have all the pictures
It's
up on the
still
wall.
there.
It might be. I
I
don't
want to
know.
go find
They
it.
used to have a picture up there. I should say that. I haven't been in some time.
Yeah, I've eaten catfish before. Tasted fine.
People have ate catfish. Yeah,
Catfish sandwich in Savannah, Georgia.
catfish are a unique fish. They don't have scales. They have like skin.
Right, it's like slimy.
Mhm.
Interesting. Yeah.
Shovel pass in the snows for the dogs. Yeah, it used to
Oh
be crazy
gosh.
like that up here. It hasn't snowed like that in some years.
It
I'd be
might not
curious
stay.
if Jimmy from earlier that was in the chat remembers winters in Idaho, say like
Mhm.
20 years ago. It used to be crazy. She had to buy it so she could say it was yours and wear it. Yeah, no kidding, Thistle. A lot of great places to fish in Michigan, lakes
I
everywhere.
always
Yeah,
wanted to
the
go to
land of
Michigan.
what is it? The land of a thousand lakes. You know, the
Yeah.
Los Angeles Lakers were actually originally from Minnesota because of all the lakes, and then they moved to LA.
Really?
That's right. You should do
Dude.
some great fishing videos. I
Ooh,
would
you
enjoy
will
your
do that.
techniques. You know, maybe I will. Maybe I
Teach,
will one of
will
these days.
spread your knowledge down to other people.
It's much simpler than you think.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Park City would change your mind about Utah. Okay, I'm open to it.
yeah.
Steven, yeah, it was totally the best day of fishing ever. It took me about 25 minutes pulling.
25
Nothing
minutes?
fights like a catfish. They
Really?
have that super strong tail. They have a really strong tail, so they can just whip it. When I caught that 7, 8 pounder, whatever it was, I thought I had a snag for the first 5 minutes. I was just yanking on my pole trying to get it out, and then I pulled one time, and I felt his head shake, and I was like, "Oh no!" Like
So is that what noodling is when people put their hands in those like
that's different.
that's not catfish?
No, those are catfish. But not the catfish we're catching up here. We're catching channel cats.
Okay.
Those would be probably flatheads.
That's so scary because imagine your hand gets a bit off.
You get a snapping turtle, and it will be
Ooh,
at least a finger.
scary.
You would love fly fishing. It's not that hard. You know, there's a lot of great spots up here. I really should get into it.
Hmm.
But then I just get cheap and I pull out my spin rod and toss a rooster tail on there, and I'm like, I'm kind of fly fishing, you know, kind of.
Um,
We used to use chicken livers as well. Who's
ooh.
that deplorable freedom fighter? Yep, we would use I don't want to say a word that sounds wrong, but pantyhose and chicken liver, and you'd wrap it around so you wouldn't lose your bait, and then just launch it out there.
Wow.
Bring the fur babies out. Oh my gosh, Christy Dunn might fight me. Should I go grab one?
Yes.
Who do we want? Let's get baby boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say baby boy.
Yeah.
So tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, guys, I'm so thirsty. Let me go look at some of the comments here. I'm craving some water.
Actually, will you hand me the charger real quick, babe? Before I run this back to my dad before I forget.
There you go. Hopefully my phone's not about to die. Let me just see like how much battery I Hey guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry. I accidentally swiped out. I just wanted to see how much battery I have before my phone like dies on me. 32%. 32% battery. We're gonna wait for Steven to come back. He's grabbing one of the dogs, but there's 5 of them. They're Brussels Griffins. They're so cute. They're tiny. But they're Steve and Christy's dogs. I'm reading the comments. We have more than one dog. No, I have a little Chihuahua that I have with me. We're thinking of getting a dog, but we're probably gonna wait.
Okay. Baby boy was busy begging for food. This is Jujubee. This is Mama Pop.
Jujubee.
Jujubee had 2 litters. Oh, mamas.
She's so cute.
Look how happy she is.
I love the little noises that she makes.
This is a short-haired Brussels Griffin for anyone curious.
Cute.
They are the most loyal and intelligent dogs that you're going to get in this package, this little size. Come here, Mama.
How old is she?
Juju's like 9 years old. She's getting old.
She doesn't really look 9.
You see her gray beard? She didn't used to have that.
Aww.
Hers had 2 litters. Oh, she's a great mama too.
So cute.
She was so small she screamed when she had the first baby. Is that the saddest thing you've ever heard? Oh, Jujubee.
Jujubee. She's so soft. She just had a bath, I think.
Hey, girl.
It's so cute.
She gets a little overstimulated.
Someone said, "Are you selling any?"
Oh, her puppy days are long past.
Long past.
I wish. I would love to hook you up with a little Brussels baby. They're really great dogs. Definitely a bit expensive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they definitely are. But don't buy it from Puppy Mills. We got one from a puppy mill and she was just,
Oh, yeah.
she had all sorts of health problems. Jujubee was just from a family that happened to have one, and she's the most loyal pup ever. She's a good girl.
She's so sweet. She's so soft.
Even though she sheds a lot, I forgive you, mamas.
So cute. What is the name again? Jujubee.
Yeah, don't ask how we come up with these names. The other one's ZZ, and then Baby Boy is because he was the runt. She actually rejected him because he was too small. She didn't think he was going to make it, so we had to bottle feed him. And then my mom just got too attached and couldn't let him go. We actually sold him. She did some people dirty. They came all the way out here to pick him up, and then she's like, "Actually, I can't do it."
Aww.
And he's been in the family ever since. He got caught in a mouth trap when he was a baby, and she got a fly in her mouth when my dad was practicing his fly fishing. Right when she was a little puppy, there's a picture of her, and maybe we'll post it. And she's got a little fly in her lip, and she looks so sad.
They're so soft.
Yeah, so think twice before you break into this house. There's dogs in there that will take you out.
There's 5 of them, right?
There's a whole pack. We love you, Juju.
Oh. Catherine said you both would love the Iditarod dog racing.
Iditarod.
Iditarod. Sorry, I
what,
totally botched that.
That's what Balto is based on. If you are well, not exactly that, but similar.
Oh.
You guys ever looked into the story of Balto? He's not the real hero. He only ran like the last something like 20 something miles. The real hero is what's his name? It's not Toby. There's another dog that led the pack for a large majority of that trip.
Karen, I'm gonna make you a mod actually. I just don't know how I can do it from here.
You want to go back in? I'm gonna put her back in. Oh, goodbye, Juju.
I don't know. Oh, hi, baby. Oh, so soft and cute.
We love you.
Well, guys, I think we're gonna call it a night.
Thank you, everyone.
And
It's great to actually get to chat with you guys a little bit.
it was nice.
Less formal manner.
Yeah, 2 hours is a lot longer than we thought.
Holy moly, it's been 2 hours.
I know. It went by quick.
Zoinks.
Okay, bye, guys. We'll probably see you soon. So, thanks for all the questions you asked.
Anything comes up in the meantime, feel free to go back to either post. We're constantly looking at any new comments.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll go live sometime in the future with some more questions.
Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.